AITA for not delaying my wedding so my sister-in-law can marry first. It all started on New Year's when I, M28, returned from my GF's, F28, place abroad. My sis-in-law, 22, let's call her Jessica, and my brother fetched me from the airport to reveal that they got engaged and were planning to marry in September. Despite having mixed feelings since Jessica has a history of causing trouble, I congratulated them. The news came coincidentally right when I was preparing to propose to my GF I'd be flying back to shortly after. We had been entertaining the idea of getting married for a while at that point, especially since the 5 years of forced separation during COVID had been a nightmare none of us wanted to repeat. Considering our different nationalities, getting married was necessary to get a visa to live together. Essentially all our future plans depended on it. I proposed in late March and we started researching how long everything would take. The answer, long. So our choice was simple, get married soon. Best before September even. Only on paper. No big ceremony/party until we live together. Knowing that Jessica is very emotional, I expected that it would cause stress, so I sat them down, explained the situation, telling them that I really hope they understand. While my brother nodded in approval, Jessica remained silent. That was until she got home and wrote me a huge text about how they, meaning herself, a reoccurring theme, would feel like something was being stolen from them if they weren't marrying first and that we'd have to delay our plans until after September. I didn't tell my fiancée about this right away to spare her the stress, but I needed to process what happened, so I talked to my mom, who gathered us together in an attempt to settle the dispute. Jessica stormed out of the room crying that day. My brother then nicely asked us to leave, knowing that she'd stay in her room. Fast forward 6 weeks. I had moved on from the incident and was ready to forget, when Jessica wrote me another long text, breaking her silence, calling me rude and "mama's lil' boy," saying I needed to give her special treatment because of her childhood trauma and that I hurt her, indirectly threatening a long family feud if I wouldn't apologize and delay the wedding. Because it wasn't the first time she pressured me to get what she wanted and I made my point, I didn't reply, trying to talk to my brother instead, which took another week because Jessica wouldn't let him. I then told him that I wasn't going to change my plans, that I found her message absurd and that she most certainly wasn't getting an apology. Over the next 2 months Jessica would send a text every 1 to 2 weeks, getting more aggressive, blocking me despite me literally saying nothing, then unblocking me again to write more, texting my mom and my fiancé about me. The latter doesn't even have contact with Jessica, sending my bro as messenger to put even more pressure on me. I eventually had enough and blocked her for good.